so much marketing out there with detox and with different words and different verbiage that people use. What really is a good detox, and what do the Detox Girls recommend? We have the entire video on why, because of how detoxing itself works. So go back and watch that. But as far as what we recommend, it is extremely important that you are well versed and informed in what is out there so that you can make your own decision. That's what we've done. We've done years and years and years of research, and that's what we have come down to. We will only use the best of the best on our own children. It's what we have used to recover our own children. We have used other things that failed, and this is the thing that is stood the test of quickly helping our children, but also keeping any effects or symptoms or negative effects completely. There is none. And everything for our own kids. Our kids have learned to intuitive dose with it and everything. And it's something that they personally say that they will never be off of. So that's what we're talking about today, is what is the best of the best out there? Why use it? What is the detox for it?
Perfect. All right. So I brought show and tell today. I love show and tell. This is what we use. This is Clean Slate, named for that reason. I'm not good at the backwards thing.
No, it's okay. You're good.
Okay. So it's Clean Slate, and it's by Root. So we're just going to start out with the fact that Clean Slate and Root does require a referral code. Please feel free to ask us, because what the referral code does is Dr. Christina felt it was very important for everybody that was starting out to have some sort of support system. And that's how she gets you a support system. So when you have your referral code, that is your support system. So just comment below, because we'd love for you to stay in the Detox Girls community. We have a lot of community members that offer support too. We support them, they support you, and then we all come together and support each other. So that's the reason for the referral code. So please just go ahead and ask, and we'll get you to the right person. So let's just cover why we picked Clean Slate, what we love about Clean Slate, and some basics. The scientific formulator is Dr. Christina Rahm. She's a nanobiotechnologist. She has degrees in bioscience engineering, all the big long names and all the doctorates that you get from going back to school so many years. And she took a lot of time to create this. She created a lot of formulas on the way, kept making them better and better. And every time she did it, she's like, I can make it better. I can make it better. And this is her final product. It's named Clean Slate for a reason. It eradicates from the body. It removes all the toxins and gives the body a clean slate in which to start with. One of my friends had said to me, and I love it so much, you can spray rose-scented air freshener, please don't do that, over your garbage all day long, but it's never going to clean the air. So you're never going to clean the body without first taking out the trash, cleaning the body, getting rid of the toxicity, and then you can begin to heal and regenerate the body.
Exactly. Yes, I love that. And what Clean Slate does is it's actually the foundation for actually the body healing. So I just want to make it very, very clear. There is no silver bullet in the world. There isn't. Your body is the magnificent machine that does the healing. What you need to do is you need to give your body the ability to do its job. And that's what Clean Slate does. It is the foundation. So if somebody comes to you and says that it'll heal everything, stop, please. I get that. I get a lot of messages like that, and it hurts my heart to hear that kind of stuff being pushed onto people. So it's not a silver bullet. There is no silver bullet. It is the foundation. So what it does and what sets it apart really is because I know there's a really big word out there in a lot of different communities called retoxing, right? To where, you take something and does it really get rid of it in the body? How do I know it's not recirculating in the body? Really good question, because it's extremely important, because the last thing you want to do is to be trying to help yourself with an autoimmune condition to be creating another one.
Right.
And that's why we chose Clean Slate, because it's the only one that does what it does. So it also uses quantum nanoemulsification technology, which Dr. Christina is one of 20 people in the world that knows how to do it. So with that technology, it it does amazing things within the body. But as far as retoxing, it's an actual eradication. It eradicates the toxins from the body. So it goes through and actually cleans out your detox pathways. So if you have a closed down detox pathway, and a lot of detoxes out there either cause detox pathways to shut down, or you can't use them until you get the detox pathway cleared up. Well, how do you do that? Why isn't there, something that does both? Clean Slate does both. It cleans up the system, it cleans up the pathways, and it also eradicates everything so that it doesn't keep clogging those detox pathways.
Right. Good point. That's really good. If you're looking for an hour-long discussion on detox pathways, we have that as well. So we are going to keep referring back to the very long, in-depth, wonderful research that we have in the group, because it's important information. And if you want to learn more, we have those paths too. Today's goal is just to give you the simplistic basics, a good starting point and a launching point, or a foundation, as you will. That was a great word. I love that, Tiana. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we get a lot of questions on how would I use Clean Slate. So our community loves a slow process of buildup, because if people are always trying to avoid the detox symptoms. So that's the second most famous question we get, right? So how do we start, and how do I avoid detox symptoms, or what detox symptoms will I have? Well, when you start with just one drop, and if you are really highly toxic or really super sensitive, you can actually put one drop in a glass of water and sip it throughout the day. It's not really the norm, but a lot of people choose to do it that way just to kind of test the waters, and that's fine. So one drop under the tongue twice a day, building up to, as you can, up to 10 drops twice a day if your body allows. This is where your intuitiveness comes in. You really need to just sit quietly for a moment, take it in. I honestly hold my bottle. So if you've ever heard of muscle testing or sway testing, it's your body's intuition telling you what your body's needs are. So I will just kind of sit quietly for a minute and decide if and I'm the person that doesn't measure anything when I cook either. So, do I need a little or a lot? I really listen to my body, like a little or a lot. And there are days, and you just come to, when you open it, you're just taking how much you feel your body needs. But the starting point is one drop, building up to 10 drops twice a day if you can, if your body allows, if your intuition. It's empowering to know that you're in control. And that's what we try to teach, is that we're going to empower you to know that you are in control of your unique, what your body needs, how many drops your body needs, how many drops it can tolerate. So let's talk about detox symptoms. The two top are headache or constipation. Both are dehydration. So you're not drinking enough water, and that water has to be outside of your coffee, your tea, your pop. Stop drinking soda. Your juices. Any other liquid doesn't count. It's literally at least 8 glasses of water per day, or half of your body weight in water per day. So when I get messages at noon and it says, "Oh, I have a headache. Is that normal? What should I do?" How many glasses of water have you had? I had my coffee this morning. You're dehydrated. So first and foremost is, what amount of water have you taken in? So if you're constipated or you have headaches, just start drinking water more than you're probably playing catch up. Once you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated.
Yes.
Okay. So the other question that we had, actually from a couple of people, is what about taking medication or other supplements with Clean Slate? So we have to defer back to, number one, we'll defer back to Dr. Christina, and we're going to link her explanation and her discussion about that here in the comments. A general rule of thumb is 2 hours outside of other medications. You also have a pharmacist that it's really good. That's their job, is to know what you can take with your pharmaceutical. So that's a great place to start as well. So we're not allowed to give medical advice. We never, that's part of our disclaimer, but a general rule of thumb is 2 hours apart. The other thing is, if you are familiar with the Trinity plus Relive Greens takes away the need for a lot of outside supplementation. If anybody has their cupboard, they open it up and you've got your line of 15 bottles, and you're taking your vitamins and your minerals and your multivitamin and your digestive enzymes and your probiotics and your prebiotics and your omegas. There's a way to just narrow that down and have a nice little compact protocol all in one, and stop taking, 15 bottles of things. It's also nice on the pocketbook to
Yes.
bring that down to a simple
Yes.
protocol.
And it's travel size.
And it is travel
That's
size.
what I like about it.
I love that.
Another question that I get is, does this actually go into the cell? Because there's a lot of different things that claim cellular, blah, blah, blah. Does it go into the cell? That is actually a very interesting question, because in order to get into the cell has, and we have videos on this as well, so please go back and watch. I can go off. I'm not going to. I promised. I promised I wouldn't. I promised Jill I was going to be good. So you have keys or locks to your cell. So you have your cell locks called cell receptors, and then you have keys with your minerals or amino acids, whatever it is, insulin's one, whatever. It's going to unlock the cell to be able to get in. You have to have something that uses a key to unlock the cell to get into the cell. So does Clean Slate have that? Yes. Clean Slate has vitamin C, which acts as a lock that goes into the cell receptor site for the vitamin C that allows the orthosalicylic acid to get into the cell. It actually helps with the mitochondrial heat, which creates some autoimmune conditions. It helps with ATP of the cell, which is the energy production of the cell. And it actually goes in and it's an antioxidant. So it gives a lot to the cell to help with the permeability of the cell. So there's a lot of things that it does. Once it's in the cell, so yes, it does go cellular. Once it's in the cell, it will give your body trace minerals. So this is not a cation exchange like a lot of detoxes are. Cation exchange is actually to keep the actual infrastructure of the detox you're using intact so it doesn't collapse upon itself. It's not meant to supplement. It's not meant to actually give a lot to the body. It just exchanges so that the actual mechanism that you're using, the cation, which is the structure, doesn't collapse on itself. So that's the whole point of it. So with Clean Slate, she actually embeds the trace minerals from the Great Salt Lakes, which is the most like our blood. So it's the best trace minerals that you can take for your body to actually go into your bloodstream and help regenerate. So she embeds it in there. So whenever the vitamin C unlocks the cell, the orthosalicylic acid and the trace minerals go in, you're actually delivering the trace minerals to your body, which are beyond important for all cellular function, for every function in the body to actually keep you alive. If you're low in those trace minerals, so if you're taking something that removes trace minerals called mineral gapping, because it doesn't give you the minerals at the same time, you can actually be creating other autoimmune conditions within the body. And it's not enough just to take a supplement with it. It has to be embedded in it. So Dr. Christina is amazing in her knowledge that she has done that for us. So no mineral gapping. You don't have to worry about it. Does it go cellular? 100%.
I love that. Something I like to say often is, this sounds so simple, right? So take away the bad out of the body and provide what the body needs to protect and support in the healing and regeneration portion of your healing journey. And boy, that sounds so simple. If it was just that simple, everybody would be doing it. It's simple in theory, but it wasn't simple in the creation of it. So Dr. Christina has gone to school for years, back for multiple doctorates. Even while making these formulas, she would go back and learn a new technology, because she would have people telling her, there's no way you can take those ingredients, put those all together in one capsule, one sachet, one dose. There's no way you can do that. And what I love, nothing makes me happier than a woman that has my heart that says, want to bet?
Mm-hmm.
Because it almost feels like challenge accepted. And she took on that challenge for all of her formulations and made everything very high quality, the best quality, wouldn't compromise on anything, and basically said, if I can't have it this high quality for this price point, I'm not in. I'm not doing it. I would rather give nothing than to give partial. And that's really important. So it's her research, her education, her years in the making that took how in depth it was and made it so simple for us.
Yep.
And that is the point I would like to drive home, is that it seems so simple, almost too simple to be too good to be true. And it's not that it's too good to be true. She made it so easy and so good, and then backs it up and proves it with case studies. And if you've been part of ISNS, or if you're in their membership, all of the case studies are there, and they are beyond amazing. And the team of doctors that she has on her scientific board are top-notch doctors, world-renowned for stem cells, and doctors to prime ministers and doctors to Olympic teams and the top pediatrician. And there's just a team of doctors and advocates working for you. And I know that people leave the doctor's office and they feel defeated. They don't feel like they have any hope. They leave there with their prescriptions for symptom management. They leave there not knowing what's going to help, if anything's going to help their body. And then, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you go back, and maybe your symptoms have been managed, or maybe you have new symptoms and you're getting another prescription for more symptoms that have come on. And at no point do we start talking about what is the root cause. It's here's your prescription for symptom management. I challenge that with, why did I get this way? You didn't get this way overnight. So just like you can't expect your healing journey to be 30 days, you did not get sick in the last 30 days. This is a buildup of toxins in your body that cause inflammation, that cause the inability to heal, that cause your label of your symptoms, which is called a diagnosis. So we really need to always challenge ourselves to understand what is the root cause, and then take this foundational product to get rid of the toxicity that's in your body, to have a clean slate, named appropriately so, to start your healing and regeneration process.
Yes. And that leads us to the final question. How long do you need to take Clean Slate?
Can I say it? Or should
Yeah,
we say
go for it.
Womb to tomb. And why is that? If you have done any research about our world and the toxins that you are breathing in the air, drinking in the water, eating in your food, I don't care how much you try to stay clean, which is great. Every effort is well worth the step. We are still exposed. If you walk outside and you breathe the air, you are breathing in mold and fungus and toxins and heavy metals. You might not know it. You might not have researched it deeply enough yet, but you are. Mm-hmm. And so Clean Slate is going to eradicate that out of your body every single day.
Yep. And it keeps your bucket from tipping over.
Yes, absolutely. So can we explain what that means?
Yes. Well, because we promised a short time. So 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
We can do it in 1 minute.
This is the last thing, and then we're going to go. Go ahead.
Okay. So, you go ahead.
Okay. So everybody is born with a health bucket. So here's your bucket. You can envision like a water bucket, and every day drip, 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 toxin, toxin, toxin. The pesticides, the herbicides, the mold, the fungus, the yeast, the bacteria, drip, fills up your bucket, fills it up, fills it up. Some people are born with a bucket this big, some people this big. And when I say that you don't get sick in 30 days, it's a matter of filling up your bucket every single day. So as you're filling up that bucket, you need to be taking out of that bucket. And if you're not, your bucket is going to fill and fill and fill until it tips over. And then you have your illness, your disease, your symptoms, your syndrome, your dysfunction, your itis, anything that ends in itis is inflammation of. Yeah. So it then provides you your diagnosis. And please don't normalize going to the doctor and being relieved when you receive your diagnosis and saying, oh, well, at least I know what I have. That shouldn't be relief. It should be, wow, that is the fact that I now have a diagnosis. I need to be focused on what that root cause is to get rid of those symptoms so I no longer have that diagnosis. And that is your path. It's your job. It's your responsibility. But we are here to empower you to do that and support that journey.
Yes. Awesome. So you are here because you need help. You need an answer to the solution. Our community is not a complaining community where you can go and you can talk about, different things and nobody has an answer. We have the answer. The solution is Clean Slate. So let us know below that you need your Clean Slate and we will get you connected to the appropriate contact person. I'm going to say really quickly, please don't Google it. That person is not a support person. They aren't going to be able to do the things that we do. And they also don't have the knowledge that we have because of the research. So please make sure you ask in the comments so that we can connect you to the appropriate person that can support you. Absolutely. Hey, and we did it. It's under 24 minutes. High five. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. I hope that you like our back to basics videos. I hope that you enjoy the fact that they're a little shorter, a little more direct, a little more to the point. We'll be back next week with the next step. We're going to do a little series, and I hope that you enjoyed our video today, and we will see you on the flip side.
Bye, everybody.